What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here. And in today's video, we are diving into some more battles submitted to us by a member of the community, RedxRiot. So shout out to them. If you guys want to get your battles submitted here on the channel, links in the description of the video. But today, RedxRiot is bringing a Hippowdon to Go Battle League Premier Cup. Hippowdon has a unique moveset that can handle a lot of the meta. That Ice Fang for those dragons, some of the ground and the flying as well. The Body Slam doing a lot of nice neutral damage, and the Earth Power does so much damage to those double steals that are super pesky in the meta. If you guys want to know more about the team and about Hippowdon, be sure to stick around till after the battles, but let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, getting into this first battle here. I can't wait to see what this Hippowdon does. So we have a Hippowdon versus a Gyarados here on the lead. So Ice Fang's going to be doing neutral because of the water flying typing. And it's such an annoying animation to be having hit in your face if you're on the opposing side right there. But Body Slam here going to be doing some nice neutral damage to Gyarados. We'll have to see how much damage it does. Quite a bit. Already has Gyarados down to about 50% health. Not going to shield right here. Probably going to be a crunch coming through. It is a crunch. And it can take a hit as well. So this fight's somewhat even. Dragon Breath is definitely outpacing in terms of damage. But they're going to be able to get off another Body Slam right here. This is going to be pressuring the shields and health of the Gyarados. We'll have to see if they decide to shield. They will shield, which is fantastic, which means they can come in and farm on their own Gyarados right here. So we may see the Metagross, we may see the Gyarados. Probably the Gyarados, yeah. Shiny Gyarados at that is going to be coming in, farming down a lot of energy right here from the remaining health of the opposing Gyarados. No shield, Crunch comes through, does some nice neutral damage. We're going to see Gyarados now farm down. So we'll have to see what they have in the back, but they are positive on shields. They bring in a Metagross, which is really interesting considering the fact that Gyarados is a very good counter to a Metagross, especially with shield advantage right here, because Crunch is going to be doing massive super effective damage, as we can see right there. So something in the back must be also weak to Gyarados and probably weak to its fast moves just by reading what they decided to do right here. So it's probably a dragon, which is good because they still have the Garchomp. So they're going to be going for another Crunch right here. This should get the shield from the Metagross, especially if they want to take out the Gyarados, or should get the shield from the Metagross, I should say, if they want to take out the Gyarados. Just flipping Pokemon here. Charge move now coming through. They are going to shield here, and then we'll have to see how this plays out. They're looking to swap. They swap into the Metagross now to get ahead on energy. What will the opponent do? The opponent does swap out as well, and it's going to be a Garchomp in the back. So kind of makes sense right there. Meteor Mash now coming through. This is going to be doing heavy neutral damage. Garchomp is not the bulkiest Pokemon out there. Meteor Mash is going to do a lot right here. So the Garchomp's going to need to send out that Samtomb if they have it. So they probably have Earthquake right here, considering they're loading up on so much energy. So this is probably going to be Earthquake coming through, which will be one-shotting the Metagross. No, it's going to be a Sandtomb. Okay, so a slight misplay by the opponent right there. If you have a Sandtomb Garchomp, you want to be going for Sandtomb as fast as possible in a no-shield situation, so fast moves do more damage, right? But that is going to be a good game right there. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle here. So we saw Hippowdon kind of gracefully lose. And we have a Hippowdon versus Machamp right here. So another interesting matchup we'll have to see. Ice Fang chunking away right there, and the Body Slam getting into it relatively early. This should put a lot of pressure on the Machamp in order to shield, but we'll have to see what they decide to do. The Machamp does not shield, so Ice Fang is now building up, and we'll have to see how this goes out. Now, charge move coming through, probably going to be the Cross Chop right here. So we'll have to see. It's going to be a dynamic punch, actually, which does a lot of damage right there. Can they get to another Body Slam in time? They cannot, and so they lose lead right here, but they're going to have the Gyarados now come in. They have to respect the fact that Machamp has Rock Slide, so we'll probably see a shield right here, which we do. The Gyarados is going to successfully shield the Rock Slide. We're going to see them farm down. Now they've lost lead, switch advantage, and they've lost a shield as well. So we'll have to see how they pull this out. It's going to be Rhyperior here in the back, or coming out. Rhyperior though running with Mud Slap, so they have to successfully shield the Rock Wrecker or Stone Edge, whatever is going to be coming out, and not get shield baited by a Surf. So Crunch going to be coming through. Does get the shield from the Rhyperior, and they are charge move now coming through. Okay, so this could be a Rock Wrecker. They are going to shield right here. and it is going to be Rock Wrecker. So successful shield there by the Gyarados, and they're going to be going for the Outrage right now. Outrage in this matchup does quite a bit of damage as well. Typically, Dragon Breath Gyarados will be running with Hydro Pump for those Togekiss, but this trainer decided to opt for the Outrage for extra Dragon Protection. Oh, he's looking to swap. Perfect swap on the charge move right here. If this is Rock Wrecker, that is going to be an amazing swap because it is going to be resisted. Fantastic swap there by that battler. We see a Metagross versus Metagross fight. It is going to come down to who can get to the the Earthquake first. And it's going to be... Oh, the opponent got to it first. There is no way he swapped in on the charge move. Wow, okay. Oh, it was only a Meteor Mash. That is why. Whoo, I was about to say... RedxRiot got ahead on energy. I'm like, there's no way he got to the Earthquake in time. And then we're going to see the Rhyperior take quite a bit of damage, and he has some loaded energy right here. He's got to get to the crunch in time, and he will get to the crunch in time, so that's going to be a good game. Really good game, too, right there. Happily surprised there by the ending. The beginning was a little bit slow, but that swap right there into Metagross was beautiful. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. So that was a great swap. RedxRiot. Mad respect right there, perfectly timed. Now we see Hippowdon versus Excadrill, so Spice versus Spice on the ground typings right here. But Hippowdon's Ice Fang is going to town. Body Slam now coming through. Going to be resisted because Excadrill is a Steel type Pokemon, so it's not going to do a lot of damage right here. But they do get a shield. They got to respect the fact that they may not know the moveset, and they do have Earth Power right here. So Charge Move now coming through. Probably going to be the... Drill Run? Okay, Drill Run. Okay, so Drill Run does quite a bit of damage, and they swap out into Togekiss, actually, so they're going to be able to get off a Body Slam right here, plus the Ice Fang damage might chunk away quite a bit of health here from the Togekiss, which it does, gets it to 3/4 health, and they can successfully bring in the Metagross right here. So you don't really want to safe swap a Togekiss. It's definitely going to get locked down by Metagross. I think Metagross is probably the most common Pokemon you guys are going to run into in the Premier Cup. Everyone's got it. So definitely don't safe swap a Togekiss. So lesson learned by the opponent right there. We'll have to see how this game comes out. It's not over yet. Meteor Mash now coming through versus the Excadrill right here. We'll have to see how much damage this does. It gets a shield from the Excadrill. So worried about the Earthquake. They're going to be able to get to the Earthquake in time. This is going to be doing super effective damage because of this Steel typing from the Excadrill. So Excadrill will go down. And what is in the back? It is going to be a Machamp. So they could swap into the Gyarados right here. Ooh, are they going to shield? Okay, is he going to shield? He's going to shield, so he's risking it for the biscuit, everyone. Can he get to the Meteor Mash in time? It's still going to do a lot of damage. He can get to it in time. This is going to do a lot. It could potentially KO the Machamp from this range, and it will. So that is going to be a good Game 3 right there. So well played, and let's go ahead and move into Game 4, which I believe is the final one of this set. He said he wasn't able to record the 5th battle, but he did do really well. So we have Hippowdon versus Dragonite. This is what Hippowdon's Ice Fang is for. Look at that. Dragonite is going down so fast. Already at 50% health. Not going to shield right here. It's just going to be a Dragon Claw, which is still going to do quite a bit of damage. But Hippowdon's Ice Fang is chunking away. Will he go for a Body Slam? No, he's going to commit to the complete farm down. Completely farms down Dragonite right there. Is loaded on energy. What is going to come in? If it's a Metagross and you land the Earth Power... Oh, wow, a Torterra. Okay, Torterra, that is some spice right there. Torterra now comes in with Razor Leaf, and it's going to be chunking Gyarados as well. That Razor Leaf has to be respected. That does so much damage. Crunch now coming through from the Gyarados right here. Going to be doing neutral damage in the matchup. Torterra being a ground grass Pokemon. We're going to see a swap. No swap right here. Charge move now coming through. Torterra does have access to Stone Edge, everyone, as well. It's only going to be a Sand Tomb, so Razor Leaf is now going to be doing way more damage right here. The Torterra is catching up. Can he get to the next shield in time? He can get to the next charge move in time right here. Crunch should get the final shield or take out the Torterra. We'll have to see how this plays out. He's going to have to swap. He is going to swap into the Metagross. Going to be able to take out the Torterra with fast moves alone. No, they swap in the Garchomp right here, but Metagross does have one shield advantage. Charge move now coming through. This is definitely going to be the Sand Tomb. It was way too quick to be anything else. And then the Metagross right here has to land this Meteor Mash, which it will because there's no shields left. But we'll have to see. It's going to be a race right here because he has to get to the next Meteor Mash in time. He can successfully shield the next Sand Tomb, which he's going to have to. Ooh, is he going to shield? He's not going to shield. He's risking it for the biscuit right here. Oh, man. Mud Shots could take it out. Oh, they KO at the same time, but it's Razor Leaf versus Dragon Breath. Oh, the Torterra goes down right there, and that is going to be a good game. I believe that's all the battles. Yeah, that was. So very well played by RedxRiot right there. But let's go ahead and talk more about Hippowdon and what it does against the Premier Cup meta. Alright, so we are on pvpoke.com in the team builder section. We're going to be checking out Hippowdon real quick. We've seen Gyarados, we've seen Metagross as well. If you guys haven't seen these Pokemon, there's a lot of videos here on the channel with these Pokemon being showcased, but today we're just going to talk about Hippowdon. I think it is very widely unknown. I faced against it once and it did really well against me. I was unprepared for it, but it has a very unique moveset. So being a ground typing, right, going to be having Ice Fang, Earth Power, and Body Slam. It also has access to Stone Edge and Earthquake, so you could play it a couple different ways. You also have access to Thunder Fang, Bite, Fire Fang, and Ice Fang, so a really unique moveset right here, and that ground typing is doing pretty solid against a lot of the Magnezones that we see in the meta. So now with Ice Fang, Body Slam, Earth Power, its coverage and safety is not very good, but its bulk and consistency is very strong. But the reason why the coverage is so bad is because the broad meta it doesn't do well against. But let's take a look at the hyper meta. So Metagross it loses to in the one shield, but it beats Togekiss, Garchomp, Dragonite, Magnezone, Snorlax, which is huge. Everyone, you guys understand how big that is because that is like everything you guys see. Also, against Metagross, it can land an Earth Power. Let's see how much damage that's going to do. I think it's going to do quite a bit because it landed against me. Not because I didn't shield, but because I had no shields left. So Earth Power does 100 damage, which is about 60% there of Metagross's health. So depending on where you're at in the fight, you could land the Earth Power, definitely be pressuring shields, and take out the Metagross. So it has a really unique moves toolkit to handle the meta. Beats Togekiss, Garchomp, beats Dragonite, which we saw there in one of these games, beats Magnezone as well, hard beats it, which is great to see, considering that Magnezone is very, very strong, but it doesn't do well against ground-type Pokemon, so just by going Body Slam and landing that Earth Power right there, it's going to do 100, it's over one-shots. That is incredible. So definitely beats Magnezone. So if you want something unique that's off meta, that can beat the meta, Hippowdon's looking pretty strong. Biggest weaknesses going to be basically ice. So we have Glaceon, also Mamoswine, and Metagross as well does pretty well, but you can fight back against that. Swampert as well. But a lot of these we don't see too often, so overall it does generally well against the whole meta, which is why this battler was leading with it. We saw that it did pretty well and didn't need to really switch out. He just kind of stayed in with it, got shield advantage, or he won switch advantage by taking out the opponent. So I think it's pretty strong. I personally don't have one I can run. I haven't farmed enough Hippowdons to have enough candy, basically, to even power one up, and I don't have 100% IV. So I won't be able to showcase this myself, but it's great to see that it's being used well, and I've seen him before in my battles. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Hippowdon, RedxRiot. Thank you for sharing this with us. That was a great set of battles, great switches, man. Great showcase of Hippowdon, what it can do. It's just slow and steady, and it chunks away at a good part of the meta. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.